Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. We have the Raph event going on, and I want to cover it a little bit for you guys. If you're somebody who's interested in just focusing all your resources to pick up Raph, I'll also showcase my own Raph. I didn't do the event to get him. I was very lucky enough with summons to get him. So when you go here, you can see the overall of rewards. So if this is something that you're interested in, then go for it. But it's only 100 pizza points available. A two rank basalt is very low in my opinion, and a 6-star haze glyph, again, kind of on the lower end in terms of rewards, but you do get a legendary champion, right? If you complete the whole thing, and you need 40,000 points plus the extra rewards that you might get from doing the series of opening the boxes, which is not that easy, right? But you can get some rewards here. I would say these rewards are not that amazing, except for Raph, who is part of the reward. So if you're somebody who wants to be as efficient as possible and you have the gems, which is not that easy to have like 11,000 gems, you can just go to here, event dungeon. You can go to stage 3. Very easy to farm, 16 energy, and you get about 19 to 20 points. 18 to 20 I believe is the amount, because of the rewards here. And this is better than normal dungeons because you cannot get brews. All right, you can see all the rewards that you get here, but there's no brews that you get if you compare it to stage 3 of a normal dungeon. So this is why the point to energy spent here is so much better comparing it to normal dungeons. But you get, trash here, so you have to sell it. There's no use of these at all, so it's a lot of energy basically spent on simply getting points, a lot of gems. If you're somebody who doesn't care about your gems and you don't care about being efficient and you don't have the 1 second per run time, right, to do that, you go and buy these packs here, which is absolutely trash value because you don't even get silver for these. You just straight up use up your gems and you want to finish the event as soon as possible, all right, to get the points. But also, I mean, soul stones, you can do the soul stones obviously and get the points that you want. So immortal soul stones, immortal ones, eternal ones give you like 3,500 per pop. So I would say it will require at least 10 eternals if you're just gonna go with the least concerning amount possible. But again guys, you got to be careful with what you're doing when you are doing this event. So enough with that. Let's have a look at my own Raph. I want to show you guys how I've built my own Raph. It's not the best gear that I wanted to use on him. I just wanted to see what he can do with like this sort of composition. 5.7k attack, 260 crit damage. I didn't even put a relic on him. I want to see like the average kind of gear, what it can do. Although it's merciless, it's still kind of average. The stat that I have on it is not that great. I do have some percentages on. I could use the most insane gear possible. I just want to see what he can do with this sort of gear. He doesn't need accuracy at all to work. He does a block revive. He can do damage. All right. He can ignore defense. He works well with other turtles, obviously, because of this and the fact that he can also boost his damage up with Berserk. So Berserk causes him to take more damage, but he also does more damage. If you click on here on the debuffs, you can actually see what Berserk does. I believe should be on the almost the last ones, because it's a relatively new debuff to the game. I think it was added with the Odin event dungeon. I think that's when Berserk was added, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So yeah, increases damage inflicted and damage received. So it's a debuff that he'll apply to himself when he does the A3. All right, if the enemy that you're fighting survives. I also have ignore defense on him, Hell Smasher, Cycle of Violence. I went with Ruthless Ambush and Shield Breaker. Obviously you can change those if you're doing more PvE and you don't care so much about using him for PvP. You don't need Shield Breaker, and Ruthless Ambush is basically a waste, so you can go maybe I don't know, Whirlwind of Death, Life Drinker, all of those work. Cycle of Violence can be useful, but it's very random. And I went defense here for the counter attacks, and Methodical if you're using the other turtles together with him for the ally attack, then you'll get more out of Methodical. Okay, I'm gonna try and run him with Mikey. So Mikey's obviously so much better because he was the daily login turtle. He's gonna help with the with the ally attack. So whenever one attacks, the other is going to be attacking. Mikey, I think, is so much better because he's got decreased defense and a debuff spread. So way more useful. Decreased attack, leech. I mean, it kind of makes sense to be using Mikey, honestly, over him. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes and adjust accordingly, right? Okay, let's try him actually in PvP. So since I've got the ignore shields masteries on him, he's able to ignore shields, okay, and does way more damage if he's got berserk on. He's actually impactful if you set him up that way for PvP. He should be, at least, with that AoE. But again, you're gonna be missing out on the blessing, and blessings is what basically enables champions nowadays to be comparable to your other champions. So like I compare him to Mikey, and Mikey, you got the daily login blessing. It's just way better. So let's see. So okay, so Mikey's gonna go now. I don't want to kill them though with Mikey. I just want to try and debuff spread. And look at that. look at Raph attacking now. And because of this passive, this is what makes Raph so interesting, right? So what happened here? Whenever your other turtle attacks, then he'll join the attack. So he also now has berserk on him if the enemy has died. So that's what basically now will enable me to get so much more damage. He also get extra turn. And in PvP situations, you don't really need the cleanses. So we're at a good point here with this. So I'll try to do the single target maybe first and see what that does. I couldn't even see the numbers, but it's all right damage. I got the extra turn there because of this. The A3. Let's do the A2 now. The AoE and see what that does. Still have the increased attack and berserk. 147. I mean, 147,000 when you do that on an attacker. I mean, it's an overkill by, I don't know, 5 times, because the attacker is going to have what, 30,000 health. So you don't need so much damage. Is really the damage you want to be seeing on defenders, right? So defensive style champions, high HP champions, you want to see how much damage you're going to be doing on them with berserk, with increased attack. If you can do decreased defense on them, it's a huge win. It's very unlikely you'll ever apply decreased defense in PvP situations where you don't have absolute control. If you have absolute control, you're basically gonna win anyway. So I don't wanna kill them. So we attack there. There's the berserk actually again, without even attacking. So that's actually cool. And then I do this AoE, big damage, but these weren't squish. These are squishy targets. So here I'm gonna try and get the damage on Duchess. I want to see the damage on Duchess. Duchess is what I want to see here. Die basically, but it's also very hard because she's spirit, so unlikely. So we sheep her to remove stone skin. I want to get barely does any damage, and because we couldn't kill her, we didn't get berserk. So I want to see the A3 because this ignores 20% of the target's defense. Is that gonna kill her? Weak hits 21,000. That's very low. I mean, I know the stats that I have on him are not that great, but I think he needs like a small boost to his multiplayers maybe. And you honestly have to run the turtles together. You can't get the same style of utility without the turtles together. How many turtles you're gonna run, that's up to you. If you finish the fusion, you're able to have like 3 turtles. That's insane. But if not, then I'll just show you guys with the 2 turtles, with Mikey and him. So let's go into the Hydra and have that look in there and see what kind of damage we can do, maybe on hard, because he's gonna be very squishy. I'll need revivers for this, so we'll see what kind of team I'll set up. So be right back. Okay, let's jump into the hard Hydra. Again, I don't have relics on any of the two turtles. The two are gonna be comboing together. I mean, Raph, we're just trying to see his damage, right? Everybody else is a support. I kind of put Duchess in there because she's gonna try and keep the team alive. Necmo there, speed boosting, and we also have Lady Mikage for like increased attack, increased crit damage, ally attack is gonna help us overall. 2 damage dealers is kind of on the low end, but we'll see where this takes us, right? So I'll try to manual this because we want to see a little bit damage through Raph, right? So again here, A3 it hits okay, but I do have well, not completely maxed out, but I have good levels on the live arena bonuses. So here I want to do the spread of decreased defense, so I'll try to hit a target here. It's going to be spreadable. Decreased defense got spread. That's nice. Mikey is attacking. There's the block debuffs. I have a cleanser here, which is Mikage. She's going to be reducing the debuffs on me. So that actually counts Berserk, unfortunately, which I don't like. Because Berserk can be removed. I mean, here she's going to do the A2. So I'm going to do A1. I don't want Berserk to be removed just yet. I want to hit them first. So it doesn't hit hard. I mean, look at that. Mikey comes through. Helps a little bit with damage. And I'm gonna be doing weak hits now. Yeah, I don't have a block buffs. Maybe I should have done a block buffs champion here, because this is gonna be annoying. So here, if you do this, you cleanse out the Berserk, which I don't like. You lose out on so much damage if you miss out on the Berserk that you apply, because you won't be killing enemies in PvE. So now I don't have shields on. Makes it so much more difficult to survive. That's why I put Duchess in there for kind of the revive. Maybe I can remove Mikage because Duchess gives me increased attack. But then I lose out on the ally attack. Not that you need the ally attack for damage, but I'm trying to get this one down. There's Berserk now. I want to see. Whoa, actually, when the head is down, the A1 hits quite hard when the heads are down. But this is hard mode, so I don't want to hit with the AoE because probably I'm gonna die with the 2 reflects here, and I don't want that. I wanna see the A1. 267. All right, it's not the best. 267. I mean, there's epics that do much better, but obviously with much better gear. A1's hitting for okay damage so far, but that's on the head that's down. 175,000, quite low. Come on. Decrease attacks now on me, so that's not helping do damage. So you kind of have to have a cleanser, but also not have a cleanser. It doesn't help. Berserk sounds good if it was uncleansable. It would have been so much better, because at least you keep that benefit. You are squishy, but you keep the benefit. I think that would have been ideal. So now if I attack with the decreased attack, I've got increased attack on, so it kind of, it's all right, but not that great. Not that great damage, I would say, but I'm not giving him a fair test at the moment with no blessings and stuff, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get blessings on him with what I'm seeing right now. Because it's not that it's going to add insane damage to him. There's a decreased defense now. So I'm not going to get a lot of damage on that head. Probably going to get a weak hits. So 327, 384. Actually, it's nice when he ignores the defense. He gets Berserk too, but I was expecting the weak hits there. That's why I said he wasn't going to do damage. So 12 turns, 12 million. It's not a lot for hard mode at all. But if we finish this, Raph did 5 million. Mikey did 2.9. And Mikey is basically like a support there, but he does some damage. Mikey did okay here. I mean, I can't say he wasn't doing damage, but it is a very, difficult sort of team to keep going with the Berserk and keeping an eye on Berserk. Like if I try a quick battle, I wonder what he's gonna do. So let's do a quick battle. Let's close my eyes, quick battle sort of thing. We'll see. Okay. Oh, it's actually going 1,000 turns. So yeah, Raph did 88. Mikey did 80. I mean, it's not good. It's not good damage. You can get so much better with other, champions we have, but it shows that it's possible to get something through. And the fact that he does the A1 is kind of nice, but I think Raph's kit is more so for I don't know, PvP mostly. I can't see him though used as a PvP champion. He's got the utility there for this A3 to be impactful with the perfect veil and unkillable when you kill a target, but it's going to be very difficult to get the full use out of him, because you'll need to have another one of the turtles in there. And I think overall, Leo is going to be helping the turtles the most. So if you get Leo, you'll see more out of the team, right? So that was it, guys. The event looks okay. It's not the hardest event we ever had. I don't think so. The points are reduced. I feel. I think we have 3,000 in an event we had in the past, but I can't be 100% sure for this. So I'm not going to say it's the lowest ones we had. Definitely won't be summoning on this account to have 2 copies of Raph. There's no use. I don't think he even is able to be empowered by his copy. Yeah, you need Kantra, Shujen for Leo. That's insane. Dracomore for Donnie. Riho for Shredder. Rikta for Mikey. And Corvus for April. Makes 0 sense to me. But yeah, guys, this was the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon. I'll probably do actually soulstone summons on my other account to pick up Raph. So that's going to be another video for another day. See you guys.